Guys, I'm starting a new channel, so please, if you want to support me, go to the new channel and subscribe down below.
What kind of class is that? That is zero class. Meanwhile, Al Sharpton goes out the front door. Yes, I spoke a little Negro dialect there. I can do that when I want to. Al Sharpton goes out and in the front door. In and out the front door.
Little Negro dialect there. Yeah. So that was Rush Limbaugh, if you didn't recognize the voice. Rush Limbaugh is a conservative talking head and conservative radio host for as long as I've been alive. You know, I'm 36 years old. I grew up with my dad listening to both sides of the aisle, and we listened to Rush sometimes, and my dad would just get angry and rage quit the radio because the people that called in were sometimes worse than Rush himself, because Rush fostered a community around racism, sexism, and a lot of very broken old world thinking. And yet, today on his death, I found myself conflicted on how to feel. So if you guys don't know, I'm a Christian, and I've done this thing literally since I was, I don't know, maybe 18, 20 years old, where whenever I find out that someone passes away, I'll stop and I'll say a prayer for them. And I will pray that no matter how bad they were, no matter how awful they were, no matter what they experienced in this life, that God gives them mercy and grants them an opportunity to be with him in heaven. And, you know, allows them to have made mistakes, but also acknowledge that they are, at the end of the day, human. So I am so stuck right now in this moment because I'm asking myself, do I make this prayer? Does someone that purposefully push the ideas of hate and racism and could care less about other people deserve to go on to a place of happiness? Whether you believe in it or not, that is just the general question. And so I was just like, you know, let me go beyond, like, you know, me just knowing that he's racist or knowing that he's sexist and dig into some of the things he said over the years. And, you know, that little clip there was just one of them. And I even said, like, okay, is there like a context for that? Is there a way you can find context for that? And say, hey, it's okay. You know, he did receive a reward or an award from President Trump that basically puts him in line with Mother Teresa and Martin Luther King. Is that right? I don't know. Let's just read some of his quotes, some things he said over the years, and you tell me how you feel. Because it's not like he grew past this point in his life and changed his dialogue. These are things he continued to push forward and continued to say up until his death. So Rush Limbaugh said at one point, responding to a caller who said black people should have greater voice on issues. Well, they are 12% of the population. Who the hell cares? That's nice. So because we're less of the population, our voices don't matter. Thanks, Rush. All right. He said, feminism was established so as to allow unattractive women access to the mainstream of society. I would argue I've dated some pretty attractive feminists. I would also argue that shouldn't matter because what? You created a movement to help women get empowerment because looks? Okay, let's just keep moving. When a gay person turns his back on you, it is anything but an insult. It's an invitation. I don't want to touch that one. All right. If any race of people should not have guilt about slavery, it's Caucasians. No, there's more. I'm not done. I'm gonna keep going. There's more to this. The white race has probably had fewer slaves and for a briefer period of time than any other in history of the world. And yet, white guilt is still one of the dominating factors in American politics. It's exploited. It's played upon. I think he meant preyed upon, but it's played upon. It is promoted, used, and it's unnecessary. I don't think that you get to measure your guilt by your number of slaves. I don't think you get to not have guilt because you did something bad for a shorter period of time. And I don't know that any of that is true. It sounds like ideologue talk where they literally find a fact and they glob onto the fact. I'm like, yeah, this is the fact. And then you find out it's not really a fact. Regardless, keep your guilt, white people. Keep the guilt, but don't, let it define you. Make it a thing that you work to make yourself better. I don't think guilt is always a bad thing, per se. Feeling guilty sometimes gets you to a place of enlightenment. Feeling guilty gets you to a place of bettering yourself. And I'm not one to press on white guilt. I do think there is a point where people are allowed to move on. But I will tell you that from this quote, there's something wrong with this man. Next, this is probably one of the ones that bothers me the most. And these all kind of bother me. But if you don't know, Sandra Fluke was a woman who, from Georgetown, the college. And she basically just wanted them to provide contraceptives to students because, kids be having sex in college, right? And it's a religious institution. And they want to, kind of control the hand there. And I'm like, you know what? It might be good to, control the population by providing contraception. And that's what she suggested. And so Rush's response to this request, because she was, asked to come in front of a Democratic speaking group, his response was, it makes her a slut, right? It makes her a prostitute. She wants to be paid to have sex. She's having so much sex, she can't afford contraception. She wants you, me, and the taxpayers to pay her to have sex. It makes her a slut. What planet are you on? What planet is this? The woman wanted to help people be safe and help people who maybe, just maybe don't want to have kids all over the place. I don't know. Don't think it makes you a slut. It just means that you're being smart. Yeah. All right. 2 more quotes here. I'm not going to go. I don't want to do this all day because it's going to really bring down my mood. He said it's about, the NFL and the NBA, respectively. The NFL all too often looks like a game between the Bloods and the Crips without any weapons. There, I said it. Yeah, you finally said it, man, because they're black people wearing colors, playing a game against each other. That's the same thing as the Bloods and the Crips, who are literally street gangs at war, trying to kill people and distribute drugs. What? The NBA. All right. And then he said, I think it's time to get rid of the whole National Basketball Association. Call it the TBA, the Thug Basketball Association, and stop calling them teams. Call them gangs. Once again, the only reason I can think you would say any of that was because the majority, the makeup of the population of this organization is black. If you give me another reason, I'm all ears. Because I just feel like there's not a lot of thuggery going on the court or the football field. I've been watching both for a long time. Regardless of not really caring much about sports, I have not seen a lot of thuggery. I saw flags on the play. I didn't see no crib walking. What is this? And so I'm left with the question of, does someone who pushes these ideas deserve your respect after they pass away? Because I feel like there's a lot of people who go like, Hitler don't deserve it, man. I'm not going to sit here and pray for Hitler. And that might be like the real Christian thing to do is to pray for Hitler. Pray for your enemy, I don't know. And then you go on the conservative side of Twitter and you see what they're saying, and it's like they're ignoring everything he's ever said. This guy, Jim DeMint, says, Rush Limbaugh was a personal hero of mine. I can't think of anyone that's done more for building the conservative movement and explaining our founding principles to the country than Rush. May his legacy always live on. R.I.P. Here's my thing. You know how he explained your principles. There are other Republicans you could have given that same credence to, and I want to be like, oh, okay, I see you. But no, man, like him, of all people, he is the person. He's the person of your founding principles. If you even know anything about politics, you would know that the Republicans of yesteryear, your founding fathers, were actually more Democrats now than before. So you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't even know what you're talking about. Oh God, it hurts my heart. And then of course everyone's favorite, Tommy Lauren, who I always think is kind of a troll, to be honest. I think she knows at all points. I think she knows that the things she says are gonna get attention. So she says them just so people can get mad. Just so people can go, you know what, Tommy Lauren? You know what, girl? You got a nice face, but that's it. You know? And I feel like she knows it because, you know how to build an image. You know what to do. Like, you come in with what you have, you come in with your natural abilities, and then you say things to really just get people riled up. And again, she didn't say anything crazy. She just said Rush was an icon, a warrior, and a fearless voice for freedom. His shoes will never be filled. Rest in peace. We will do our best to take it from here. You're going to take the racism and the bigotry and the sexism from here. Is that your goal? You're going to take it from here? You're taking it from here. Take that flag and wave it, okay? I want people out there that support Rush Limbaugh to please tell me why, despite the things I just quoted for you. Please tell me how you can continue to support this man. I need to understand it. Yes, he passed away. I'm not saying anything bad about a man that is dead. I just quoted things that he said. I'm quoting things that he stood on. And if you can't call those things racist, you can't call those things bigoted, you can't call those things sexist, I don't know what planet you're living on. Because by definition, that's what he is doing. So I have to ask, who are you people out there that are able to support Rush Limbaugh? I want to say, may he rest in peace. I want to say that. But part of me can't. And I just want to know who out there among us can. So the combo. My name's Chris. I'll see you guys soon. If you enjoyed that, I'm doing the same thing on another channel. This channel has served me well for the years, but it's time to switch it up. Link in the description down below to find the new channel. We're trying to get to at least 1,000 subscribers so I can actually own my name and do some big things. Thank you guys for the support, and I love you.